Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew. One of the reasons why, in my opinion, Paul Pierce, yo, that's the Paul Pierce, yo, nah, that's not the Paul Pierce. That's the, hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. He said that's the Paul Pierce. That's the, it's Irv Gotti. Y'all don't remember the Irv Gotti one? Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the original. All right, I got the original here. I'm gonna show y'all the original. Dang. So I said the Paul Pierce. This is it right here. Hold on. Let me full screen it for y'all. Y'all don't remember that when Irv Gotti got off them charges? Yeah, I know exactly what Queen's talking about with the Paul Pierce when he left the game. And then they put him in a wheelchair, and then he came back and dropped like the game winner or something like that. All right. So let's this is the last serious topic that we got, I believe. The last serious topic.
Global attention.
Which, I mean, I don't know if y'all can say it's serious.
After a female fencer was given the ultimate punishment for refusing to compete against a biological man. USA fencer Stephanie Turner was scheduled to face Redmond Sullivan at the University of Maryland. And this video you're looking at, posted on social media, shows that just as the match was about to begin, Turner took a knee, took off her mask, and forfeited the match in protest. Now, because of that, Turner received a black card. That is the harshest penalty you can get in the sport, and she was disqualified from the event. The video gained more than 1 million views. Turner told Fox News Digital, quote, "I looked at the ref and I said, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I am a woman, this is a man, and this is a women's tournament, and I will not fence this individual."
Wow.
Dr. Sapphire, she said that she wouldn't sign up for events when she saw this biological male was on the roster. This time, must have signed up after her. And she said, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to God. If this person shows up to my event and is on my script, I would take a knee, and that would be God's will.
You know, it was very interesting. USA Fencing put out a statement on their trans policy, and in their statement, it essentially said the reason they were including trans athletes is to expand access. But the reality is they're not expanding access. They've always allowed men to compete in fencing as well as women. The reality is these men can't cut it with the other male athletes, so therefore they are coming into the female sports.
Imagine, like, this is just like, is this really where we are? Like, what adults decided that this would be the thing? And this is why I laugh at the whole Gavin Newsom thing, with Gavin Newsom saying Democrats, they got a toxic brand. Oh, yeah. When he was sitting down with Charlie Kirk, yeah, definitely an issue of fairness. You're right. Like, you know, as far as men competing against women and boys competing against girls. But these are the policies that y'all put in play. This is what y'all were fighting for. And to the women, how y'all going to be, how are the feminists going to join sides with on this issue? You can support whoever you want to support, but they're literally taking away, like, how are the women, when you look at these type of situations, the group, I separate the actual women or black people from Black Lives Matter, or actual lesbian, bisexual, gay people from the LGBTQ movement. I separate the movement from the people. The movement, the feminist movement, or whatever it is now it's just called the Democratic Party. No, I'm just joking. All right, so the feminist movement, how do they align more with and support the groups that support the gentleman on the left, the trans woman, the biological born man, how do you support that person in this situation and not stand up for the Riley Gaines and for this young lady that's taking a knee? Like, how does that even make any sense? This goes back to the same thing that we were talking about earlier, the whole hustling backwards and not seeing the dots being connected. When we were talking about the illegal migrants coming in here and the Democrats claiming that they're the party for the people, the people with not a strong voice, the lower class, the impoverished communities. But meanwhile, like, did you think that y'all claim that y'all are for Baltimore, right? Baltimore, we got a black mayor, all this other stuff. Did you think, or New York, whatever, across the board in a lot of these inner cities, did you think that bringing in the migrants illegally, like where did we think that was going to help these impoverished communities? But this is just the same thing, hustling backwards. This is why the Democrats are looked at the way that they're looked at. This is why. It's craziness. It's craziness. I was listening to somebody say, any Democratic politician, before you listen to anything else that they say, you should ask them two questions. One question was, what is a woman? And the next question was, how do you feel about boys competing in girls' sports and men competing in women's sports? I think it was Pierce Morgan. So let me give credit where credit's due. It's a simple thing.
And maybe there's well-meaning inclusion that has just morphed into dogma, but this is really just cowardice being manifested as compassion. The reality is there are biological unfairness when you have a biological male competing in women's sports. When it comes to their strength, their bone density, their muscle mass, all of a sudden this has become completely unfair to female athletes and has taken us back decades and decades of progressive movements trying to get fairness for women athletes.
It's true. And what I found interesting, Emily, is that this was a lifelong Democrat, this woman was. And she said, I changed on this issue alone. She said, I voted red down the ticket this year. It was like waking up to the lies of the mainstream media. And she's not alone. There was a 25-year-old who told the New York Times, I was radicalized because of this issue of biological men in women's sports.
Yeah, and we've talked about that, right? That was a single issue for many voters who, yes, realized they had been indoctrinated by the mainstream media when the reality was so clear when it's facing you. And when that person facing you is holding a sword. My mom fenced growing up. She's amazing. And she actually got her master's degree from the University of Maryland. And I think about, as you describe the biological differences, it includes as well wingspan.
All right, this is crazy that we even got to have these conversations. So I'm not going to bore y'all with the details. Not to say that she's boring, but it's just, come on now. Like we already know. We already know. All right, so we gave y'all some interview prep on the last show, or maybe it was a show before that. With the gentleman, he was sitting down with the interview, and I don't know. Y'all said he was a comedian or comic. I'm not sure. And he was giving the interview, like pretty much. He said, like, "Why do you think we should hire you?" And he was saying, like, "Yo, man, you put the job out there. I answered the call. Hire me. Save yourself some time. Why'd your boss give you this busy work? Hire me. Then you don't got to worry about doing any work for the rest of the week." We got some more interview prep for y'all. So this is LeBron James, and the caption reads, when you're on a job interview, unqualified as hell, but trying to sound smart to BS your way to getting hired. Let's see what Bron's advice is. Let's see. So this is how we should conduct ourselves in those interviews.
What I did not know or what I did not have, I didn't have enough accumulative hours put in on perfecting the process. Yep. I think that my process was where it needed to be, or even if I even had enough time for my process to be where it needed to be. Right. And I was understanding and had the ability, as far as my capacity, to understand the process, to unlock the process, and then go after it, and just stay that course. What I did not know or what I did not have, I didn't have enough accumulative hours put in on perfect.
Oh, they played it again. All right, that was just a little funny clip. Bron always gives us some funny clips. I think we're gonna end it there. There was another one with Corey Holcomb that I was getting ready to play, and I was gonna relate it to some of the stuff that we see going on in politics. But since it's almost 10 and that's a little risky, as you can see with this caption, we're going to move along, and I'm gonna let y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all day. All right. Y'all know we can't leave without doing our 45 seconds. Hold on, the irony. Hold on, what are you talking about? I feel like I missed it. The irony. LOL, have a dad like him. Maya, what explain what did I miss? What did I miss? All right, so we're gonna do our 45 seconds. It's Friday. Y'all know we set out every week to make this our greatest week ever. That's what we do on Sundays and Mondays. And Friday, we hopefully put ourselves in a position to have a chance to let that come true. Bron and Bronny. I'm missing. I'm lost. I'm sorry. I'm lost on that one. You got to explain it more. I don't know what you're talking about. I missed it. Have a dad like him? I don't know. Not being qualified for a job? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Maya, you got to explain better. Come on now. All right. So what is it? What?
He's talking about not being qualified for a job, and then he literally got his son a job that he's not qualified for.
Oh, you got to explain that. Like, have a dad like him? What does that comment mean?
It was in reply to what LeBron was saying.
Oh, I missed it. Somebody just wrote, Maya don't know what she's talking about. So I don't know. Somebody just wrote that in the comments. I didn't write it. All right. Yo, so we're gonna do our 45 seconds. I'm gonna delete it for you. They shouldn't be writing that. We're gonna have our 45 seconds, and we're just gonna take the time to do what we always do. Clear our mind, manifest, meditate, get your breath work in. You do whatever it is that you need to do. Sometimes we have our eyes closed, sometimes we have them open. You do whatever you need. I'm gonna have my eyes closed for this one. But 45 seconds, every exhale, getting rid of the negative energy, every inhaling the positive energy, the opportunities, everything amazing that comes our way. And always trying to save you, throwing you a lifeline. All right, 45 seconds, begin. She really tried to come in here explaining herself. Like 45 seconds. Ooh, went a little overboard there. My apologies. Ain't funny. Yo, man, y'all know what we come here to do. Elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint, raising our standards, challenging ourselves, right? Challenging ourselves by raising our standards to become the best leaders we can become, and to make sure that we are constantly growing into the individuals that we need to grow into in order to accomplish these amazing goals that we set out for ourselves. Strength and honor, onward and upward. Y'all know what I mean when I say get into that bag. If you don't, all the things that are going to be aligned throughout the week, the small steps that are going to help you get to that big step as we all strive for purposeful abundance. Life is amazing, y'all. Life is amazing. It is what it should be. It is what we make it. All right. It's what we make it. That's how it should be. Life is what we make it. So let's take advantage. Y'all get to the things that are in y'all bag. That's for y'all to decide. The things that are in my bag: peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, and everything we do. Integrity. Peace and love to all y'all. Appreciate y'all. Everybody already sent they. So Ebro, peace, all ya. Professor in the building. Exhale. Have a great weekend. Be blessed. Professor, I'm sending you over that one pager. We are excited to come down and work with Hampton Sydney in any capacity. So y'all stay tuned for that as well. Yeah. Love y'all. See y'all soon, man. Y'all have a great weekend and finish out today however you see fit. All right. See y'all soon. Ew.